Now, of course, with Dossier being a brand that makes inspirations of other really popular designer or niche fragrances, they have such a wide catalog of releases. And of course, I'm going to leave all of the links down below. Not affiliate links, but I do want to make it accessible for my subscribers. In today's video, I'm going to be letting you know about the 3 Dossier fragrances that I think you should have in your collection for the winter time. I'm excited to get on with this list, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's video and I tell you about these 3 Dossier fragrances that I personally think you should have in your collection, if you're looking to add some inspirations that are great for the colder weather, fall and winter is really where it's at with these particular fragrances. I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it, hit the bell, and please give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So, Dossier has a lot of really wonderful inspirations of more popular designer and niche fragrances. I have done videos on so many Dossier fragrances in the past. Just a quick search here on YouTube will procure or produce a lot of results. And so this is a brand that gets it right. They use GCMS technology to reverse engineer fragrances. And of course, they're quite transparent in terms of the concentration of the fragrance, and the prices are super, super low, direct to consumer. It slashes the price tag. And so these are 3 amazing fragrances for the colder weather. And for the first one, look, you have to be a fan of vetiver. Now, this one is an inspiration of a Frederic Malle fragrance called Vetiver Extraordinaire, and this one is called Woody Vetiver. Now, I was talking about transparency and accessibility, and one of the things that I really like about this brand is they list all of the notes on the label here. So in the top, you have pink pepper, bergamot, and bitter orange, vetiver, cedarwood, and myrrh in the heart, so it has a little bit of an incensey personality as well. In the dry down, you have sandalwood, musk, and oak moss. So this is a really earthy vetiver. You know, I always say on my channel, some vetivers can be quite clean, others can be quite earthy, and some even smell like soil. Here you have that earthy textured vetiver, but at the same time it smells very clean, very professional, but it also smells very assertive. I don't want to use the word masculine because I know a lot of women that like to wear the Frederic Malle, but for me personally, it is a little bit on the masculine side of things on account of the incense, the oak moss, the woods, and some of these other traditionally masculine ingredients. But again, if you're looking for lasting power, and the liquid here is on the darker side of things, so I think that in some ways is indicative of the strength of the juice. Woody vetiver, it's an awesome vetiver based fragrance, and of course, as I'm sure you all know, the Frederic Malle counterpart is super expensive. So the second one that I want to talk to you about is their inspiration of Santal 33 by Le Labo, and it's called Woody Sandalwood. Of course, their inspiration of Rose 31 is great, but I personally love wearing floral fragrances in the spring. They also have a Bergamot 22 and a Gaiac 10 inspiration, but those are great for the warmer weather as well. When we're talking about sandalwood, we have sandalwood, incense, papyrus. You also have amber and cypriol, which can be a little spicy, a little bit of cedarwood. We all know what Santal 33 smells like. It's an incredibly popular fragrance. It's been around for so many years now. I've gone through so many bottles personally, and it seems like everybody has an inspiration of it on the market. Dossier's is very, very close to the original, and the lasting power is there. Woody Sandalwood, totally recommend you pick this one up for the colder weather, especially since the price for this one is really, really inexpensive. Now, one fragrance that I have been wearing year in and year out, not just the inspiration, but also the original, is a fragrance by Tom Ford. Now, Tom Ford makes some incredible fragrances, whether we're talking about Tuscan leather, oud wood, noir de noir, ombre leather, the original noir, or even some of the flankers. Anthracite was a dark one as well that some people loved, some people didn't love quite that much. But of course, there is one fragrance that whenever I think of the winter time, it's like the first Tom Ford fragrance that comes to mind. No, it's not effing fabulous. It's actually Tobacco Vanille. And I've reviewed Dossier's inspiration, which is called Powdery Tobacco. And this is spot on to the original. Again, reverse engineering the fragrances using gas chromatography and mass spectrometry. And once you get the lab analyses, it tells you exactly what ingredients to put into it. Here you have tobacco, apricot, honey, vanilla, cocoa, tonka bean, dry fruits, blonde woods. Smells amazing. One of the most natural smelling tobacco fragrances on the market, or I should say, one of the most realistic smelling tobacco fragrances on the market. There's so many fragrances out there that smell like tobacco leaf, and it seems to get lost in the shuffle. This stuff is elegant, it's confident, it's assertive, it's masculine. In a way, it's unisex as well, despite, you know, some of the heavier ingredients that I listed off earlier. But for me personally, it conveys security, it conveys, you know, strength and virility, and also self-assurance. And I think all of those attributes are very important. Look, 3 Dossier fragrances that I think you should have in your collection to set you off on the right foot for the colder weather, specifically the winter time, because all of these last a very long time. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. If you have any experience with this brand, let me know. Drop your comments down below. Would love to hear from you. Also, if you took something of value from today's episode, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell and give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks again for watching. I love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode.